everybody to
Matchmaking Podcast.
I'm
Ogre Magi.
Beautiful.
Solid impression.
Now your turn.
I'm Ali.
What's your name?
Me too. That's all I can remember. It's my most played hero. That's the only fucking voice line I know. I'm Dav.
And I'm Ali. Oh, dude.
And who are you?
I'm Joe. I'm also here. I thought I'd let Ogre do the intro this week.
Nice one, Ogre.
Can you say the tagline, Ogre?
What's tagline?
The podcast tagline.
Ventriloquist.
I know this one. Where we look at the lore, abilities, and a whole lot more.
That's right.
Lovely. Joe, that's great. That might as well be you.
Yeah.
Might as well be you as the voice actor. No, I won't tell you yet. I'll do the grand reveal.
All right. See you, Ogre. See you later, lads. He's going.
Good.
Bye.
Bye, Ogre.
He's gone.
Your voice
So-
is gonna cane.
What do you mean my voice? That was Ogre Magi. He came in.
True.
He was in. He came into the room especially
He
for
came
Oh,
in?
nice.
Or was it they
The
came
podcast.
in? Is it more than one?
They?
Ogre Magi. Yeah, because he's a guy, or he's guys. He's a two-headed ogre.
Yeah.
A big beefy blue ogre boy. Is he two guys? Does it? I mean, I guess it's a they. If it's two, like with what's the word? Conjoined twins.
Conjoined.
Conjoined.
That's that. Like if it's two brains, it's two people, right?
Yeah.
Because they have different personalities. They have different, right?
Well,
Right?
We can get into it. We can get into it when it comes down to the law, which there actually isn't much law.
I'm not here about the law, Dev. I'm here for the science of conjoined twins.
I'm here for a whole lot more, to be honest. That's why I'm here.
No one's here for the abilities. They're only here for the law and a lot more.
And a lot more.
I know a lot.
They skip the middle section of the podcast.
Ogre. Who is Ogre? What is Ogre? How is Ogre?
Ogre is a support hero traditionally. Who is
Questionable.
strength. Even though that I'm pretty sure he used to be int.
He used to be an int, yeah.
He
He used to be like one of
int.
the few melee int heroes.
I'm pretty sure Joe Empyrean said that he was strength so many times that Valve listened to them. That they just
Probably.
turned him strength instead. Because
Probably.
it was only until recent I thought he was still in. I didn't
He-
realize he was strength.
He turned strength when the new big update, when they added like the side lanes, like the big map, when the two
the other two lanes.
spots. The other two lanes. The other two lanes.
The other two lanes.
And then the portals and shit. That's when they made Ogre a strength hero. The same time they created Mega Meepo.
Oh, okay.
I like that you know that. You know the timeline of when Ogre lost all his int, actually. 'Cause he's got none.
I was in Dublin. I remember I was in Dublin and the new map the new map came out and I was just
Where were you checking your phone?
I know exactly where I was. I was in the bathroom of a museum which is downstairs on the toilet on Reddit. And I remember it like it was yesterday.
I remember it.
I love that. I like the idea that maybe from now on, when there's an update coming out, we should go away somewhere, you know, and we'll have a memory of like a nice holiday every time there's a Dota patch. You go, oh, I remember update 34, 7.34. I was out in the sun, in the beach.
Where were you?
Someone nicked my towel. And
That
Where were
was when
you?
the big update came out with the bigger map and everything. I was on a beach and I was like looking at it and I went, why's the update just come out? I'm on holiday for another 2 weeks.
Oh, no.
I can't play for 2 weeks. And I was just seeing our entire chat light up with like, oh my god, the patch, and everyone's going crazy. Everyone's like online.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I can't play it, and I'm sad. I'm like watching all the videos of like what's going on, all of this. And it's just,
guys,
you're trying to
mate,
fight some shade on the beach to read all the patch
Yep.
notes, and you're like,
guys, you'll never guess what. If you go to Demo Hero and turn free spells on,
every
you
week.
get free spells.
you get free spells. There's a bug with Flesh if you have free spells on.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, Ogre does have free spells.
True.
Technically, we'll get to it. But
will.
I do want to say that Ogre is one of the weird heroes that has 0 int before we even talk about him.
Yeah.
He has 0 intelligence.
0 intelligence.
He was the first hero to have like a weird thing like that. And he gets mana from his strength. So even if you buy like mana items on that, well, intelligence items, it just sets it to 0, which I think is so funny.
He was
a cool thing.
one of the first heroes to have an innate ability before every hero now has an innate ability.
Yeah, it's true.
So just a small little update for Dav. Every hero has an innate.
You've not played. There's innate abilities in there.
I know.
Yeah,
I've sort of not kept up with it because I'm 3
Did you
weeks
listen?
clean.
Did you listen to our episode?
I haven't listened to it yet. Not yet.
We can give it a little update.
Basically, everyone gets a free spell or a
Yes.
free passive ability. That's basically it.
or
And-
a stupid ability.
Yeah.
It's one or the
basically
other.
it.
Free spell or a really dumb ability.
But Ogre had that already.
Yeah, Ogre's not really changed.
With dumb, is that dumb luck or
Yes.
is that's
Yeah, that's dumb. We'll get into all the abilities in a bit. But
well,
Dav,
pause 5, pause 4. You can play him mid if you want, and
Yep.
he's big, tanky melee boy with a
Yep.
stun, and he's just a good old support. Probably the easiest hero,
beefy magic man.
easiest hero to play. I would say. I would argue the easiest hero to play.
One of them, I would say.
Yeah.
One of the most
Yeah.
fun as well.
Pretty
True.
fun. Yeah, as like a new player, Ogre was great for me because it's not like he's super squishy. It's not hard to play. It's hard to do it wrong, and you're big enough that you don't die straight away,
Yeah.
which is fun. No, dying straight away is not fun.
No, it isn't. Yeah, Ogre, well, I don't want to ruin it too much, but there's a lot of chance and
He's the
excitement.
Gamba hero.
It is the Gamba hero, and it is great, and it gets everyone excited.
I would argue that he's not the Gamba hero per se. CK, Chaos
True.
Knight, bit of a Gamba hero.
That is
That's
a Gamba
true.
hero.
I guess there's always a guarantee when you play Ogre.
Yes.
Yeah. Found a fix. Found a pattern. I was chatting to my friend on Saturday, and he was like, well, mate, I'm just really good at roulette because I'd spread the numbers across the table, go red, and just, they had to kick me off the table in the casino. And it's like, no, mate, there is no pattern in roulette. You cannot be good at roulette. You cannot. It's just luck. Anyway, Ogre has found a pattern.
He found the pattern on the
You
roulette
found the
wheel.
pattern.
Per se. Well,
I
let's
want to know the lore of this man.
Yeah?
Do we have to guess first?
Mate,
oh my god.
honestly, the lore is quite fun. There's not much of it actually, so there'll be a nice fast lore section from your lore specialist Daffy over here. But if you'd like to try and guess
Oh god.
the lore of Ogre Magi,
I'm trying to have a think. He's a 2-headed ogre. He's a lucky boy. I don't know why I'm struggling for ogre. Like I can make up shit for everyone else.
I've got a good one.
Hit me, Ali. What have you got?
He is Shrek's cousin from the Avatar universe
yeah,
because he's blue. And he got lost and fell into the Dota 2 universe from the Avatar universe. And eventually Shrek will come out of his swamp and come and get him.
that's the new big.
That's
patch.
the new that is the true update coming soon. That's going to be the end of Crownfall. It'll be Shrek coming out.
Dota was a DreamWorks animation the whole time.
Yeah. And go, what are you doing in my swamp?
It's been one big promotion for Track 11. Puss in Boots Strikes Back.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And mate, think about it. Fucking, what is the courier in Dota? It's a donkey.
It's a donkey. Yeah.
Donkey.
This whole time.
It
whole
is
time?
just
Whole
a big
time.
advert. Pango will get a new skin for Puss in Boots.
Puss in
Changing
Boots skin
from
on Pango.
Pango to Puss.
Yep, they added dragons to agents already, so they'll just skin that as well to make it the dragon.
Easy. Prince Charming would be, I don't know, like Anti-Mage.
Omni Knight.
Omni Knight, maybe.
Omni Knight. Lord Farquaad would be...
Snapfire.
Yeah. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
no, that makes sense. That checks
Yeah.
out.
And you have like in Shrek 2, you have the big trees, right? There's trees.
Yeah.
Are there trees?
Yeah, I think they parody Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Oh, it is Willow the fairy godmother.
Yeah, fucking why
There
not?
we go. Sorted.
Why
Why
not?
not? Is
There
someone
you
writing
go.
this down?
Gaben's writing it down. Don't worry, Gaben's noting it. He's gonna do the update.
Gaben listens to this. We know.
The gingerbread man. Who could that be? That could be a hero.
Well, someone that runs as fast as they can, so Bloodseeker, I guess.
Yeah, Bloodseeker. And
Sorted.
then Pinocchio will be the next hero, the newest hero.
Yeah, Trapmaster, whatever he's called.
Yeah.
Trap,
Yeah.
puppet boy.
Ringmaster.
Puppet, Trapman, yeah.
Yeah, well, it will be. Yeah, easy.
Yeah,
That would be quite a cool. That'd be quite a cool hero, Pinocchio. And you like,
Oh my god, imagine a Dota hero where if you type in all chat and you lie, you get stronger.
That would be our mate's like best hero by far, where he just all chats, all his shit, just.
Oh my god,
becomes
could
the
you imagine
strongest.
some sort of hero where you have to type in insults into the game and it actually does damage based on there's some sort of AI behind
The severity.
analyzes how original
God.
your like insult is
what? So they like.
and damages the enemy based on your insult.
That's how would they know? So like they check if
I guess they'll keep a log of everyone playing that hero in their
Yeah.
chat log, and it would have to be really original, but register as an insult. Gaben can figure it out.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
we're the ideas,
Yeah,
men,
but
and then Gaben implements.
Gaben's got to implement.
okay. Well, all of that. So Ali, the past 5 minutes, that's yours. Yeah?
Yeah, that's mine. It's all sorted.
It's your submission. Cool.
I think it's pretty good.
You got big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Fuck. I think Ogre Magi. Just a guy.
Fair
Been
enough.
stumped. He's just a guy.
He's just the
Just
guy.
a guy.
Okay.
He's just a conjoined twin. That's all he is.
Technically
He's just
true.
a guy.
Technically true. Got gold star to you, Joe. He is. Well, mate. Do you know the flipping? You got the ogre bruisers in Dota 2.
Yeah.
That is like ogre. They're the
neutral,
same.
like, the neutral creeps.
Yeah, they're the same people. They're the same. They're chilling.
same.
Like, they
Wait,
are.
they're the same race?
They're the chilling. Yeah. So the ogres are dumb as hell, and it's like quite a cute little lore story. And it's like the
Okay.
ordinary ogre is the creature for whom the phrase "as dumb as a bag of rock hammers" was coined.
As dumb as a bag of rock hammers.
So just dumb ogres who are just dumb, and like it's saying in the lore that they accidentally eat lane kill, accidentally draped in animal skins after eating lane kill, which I think is quite funny. Whoever wrote the lore had a bit of fun with it. But so every generation, a two-headed ogre is born, an ogre magi, and it's like so it happens once in a generation. Also,
How long does an ogre live? What's the lifetime of an ogre?
well, funny that you ask, because it's
Because in our games, all the time, we don't farm the jungle. You know, they're immortal in our games.
Yeah.
We keep forgetting to do those camps.
I don't know. They last probably quite a long time unless they get killed. I couldn't answer that. So, but once every generation, a two-headed ogre magi, which is like celebrated by all the dumb ogres, is born, which they call Agron Stonebreak. And yeah, so you've got ogre magi or Agron Stonebreak.
Do they have the same name for the ogre magi every generation?
Every generation.
He's the new Agron.
He's the new Agron, and so the reason because
Do they have to fight the old one to death?
No, I don't
When the
think
new
so.
one's born, does the baby two-headed one then fight the elderly?
I don't think so. I don't think so. These ogres are dumb as hell. So they in the lore as well. It says he not an especially social creature, and this is the ogres that he is most often found affectionately consorting with the boulders or tree stumps he has mistaken for kin, a factor that may explain the ogre's low rate of reproduction. So the ogres are so stupid, they think the boulders and tree stumps are their friends, fellow ogres. And
Perfect.
They've got low
And
rate
and they're fucking the
of
rocks. and
reproduction.
trees.
They're fucking the rocks. They're fucking the sun. It's right. You don't even need to read it between the lines. It's right.
It's right
in
there.
front of you.
The ogres are fucking the rocks and trees.
The ogres have made
That's
their
what
own
I
like
like to hear.
flashlights made out of like the landscape, and these are ogres which are in the map. This is shit. Do you know when no one's in the jungle and
That's what they're doing.
You assume nothing's going on at night? No,
It's there.
they
A
are.
lot of action. Oh my days.
So,
Oh my days.
but so they're dumb as hell. But the ogre magi, because it's got two heads, it's twice as smart.
okay.
So
Right.
so it's
So
kind of
it's two brains but shared brain. It's like
sort of thing, yeah. And
Okay.
it's celebrated, and this ogre can actually do stuff, and is like the leader of all the ogres. Weird though, because the ogre doesn't have an issue killing the ogres in game.
it's so smart but not that smart.
Yeah.
Well, I just think no loyalties towards the ogre race.
No.
Yeah. Just wants the gold though, doesn't he?
Just wants a gold, but yeah. So
That gold.
it's
Yikes.
it's been graced by Lady Luck, the goddess of luck,
Okay.
who just looks over the ogre.
All two-headed ogres or just this one ogre?
I think just every two-headed ogre. It doesn't really mention about older ogres. It just says once every generation or so.
Okay.
This ogre is just very lucky. Born with two. Do you know? It's like a shiny. It's like a Pokemon shiny. One in
Headed ogre.
one in like 10,000 is a blue ogre with two heads, some magical powers, and this luck, this grace of luck following it around. It's the goddess of luck looking over. And maybe it's because it says filled with pity. So it's as if the goddess of luck filled with pity for the sadly inept species.
She
has
feels sorry for them. She
taken
thinks they're cute
ogre-
and goes, oh, come on then. Let's try and get you to do something
Yeah.
with your life, you poor little fella.
Exactly.
Oh, God.
So yeah, it's a two-headed
Is
ogre.
it like when humans have like pets? Is that essentially what it is? The ogre's like a pet to this goddess.
Could be.
She goes, oh, he's kind of cute though. Look, oh, he's trying to do a thing. Isn't he cute?
like a dog or like
It's
a
like a little
hamster,
dog.
like a fish?
Yeah, I guess because people do think fish are stupid. So
Yeah,
he's a really lucky goldfish.
there's not much to him really, or to them in every way, shape or form. But he is lucky.
And what was the name? Aragon.
Agron Stonebreak.
Agron.
Agron Stonebreak.
And the heads just share that name.
Yeah, so they're kind of together. I'd say if you had normal conjoined twins, they would be separate people. But I think because these two
Yeah.
have got combined brain
They
power,
combine their brain processing, so they go as one.
it's as if, do you know when you have like
it's separate but the same.
a gaming rig? You can have some rigs where you can hook up multiple GPUs. It's
Yeah.
sort of like that. Do you mean like?
So their brains are working in SLR or
Yeah.
whatever the term is.
Yeah. It's like two 680s. Really, and old
Put
GPUs together can probably run Dota all right.
Probably get 30 FPS.
And that's it. Voiced by no other than, and this is a bit surprising. Any guesses?
I know.
I'll be honest. I read it.
It's Nolan North.
Nolan North.
Nolan North.
He does so many things. He does
Drake.
so many.
Yeah.
Drake from the Uncharted series is also
Deadpool from the Deadpool video game.
Yeah.
He does Space Sphere from Portal 2.
Has he voiced anything that we've done before?
Yes.
Yes.
Gyrocopter.
Gyro, yeah. Gyro,
Keeper of the Light. We are familiar with his work.
And that's Ogre.
He's just a lucky guy.
It's
Not
all
much
Ogre.
lore, not much on Reddit, not much like fanfic or anything. I think people have just accepted he's just a
No
two-headed ogre.
no fanfic of ogres
Oh.
going around the jungle,
Weirdly.
pinning down rocks and straddling logs.
Nope, unfortunately not. Cool. And there we go.
Well, hopefully we're willing it into the world.
Yeah.
Hopefully, and someone listening will
So someone will. Valve
Draw
will
it
make
for
him
us.
good lore. I'm sure.
send us pics on Twitter
Yeah.
Yeah.
of your
Of-
drawings of ogre mounting a log.
Yes, please. Thank you. Fantastic.
Thanks.
Great.
Now, does the Ogre Magi, do you think he's dumb enough to fuck a rock?
No. I think
saying yes.
no. I think he'd be aware that it's a rock.
Maybe this is why they're guaranteed every generation. Maybe because the two-headed ogre is just about smart enough to reproduce once, and so it's maybe it is just a kind of a separate breed. He's just a slight different breed, but he breeds with the other ogres.
Yeah, maybe. But then,
And each time it's guaranteed. It's like a dominant gene that he has.
Yeah.
The two-headed ogre, and so they survive. So maybe if there's a little bit more incest in the two-headed ogre community, we could get more. Or just he has more children one generation. No incest needed. I've realized my mistake. If the two-headed ogre just has a few more sons or something, it'll be fine.
yes, exactly. Do you know what?
Don't know why I brought up incest. I didn't really think about having more than one kid as an ogre.
I think
don't know why.
make a little post in Reddit
Yep.
and in the Dota 2 Reddit. Ogre and incest discussions.
Thoughts?
Oh dear Lord.
Would you rather have sex with your sibling or a rock? Now, Reddit, please let me know.
Well, that's his law, but I would like to know a whole lot more.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah? Should we get into God
Incest? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Come on. I've been dying to chat about it.
Christ. Should we start with the innates of Ogre Magi?
Yeah, the innates and facets, which are the new things.
I'm gonna hold facets till last, I think.
Oh, okay.
I've gone through it all. I've found an order that I think will make sense. I think if we start with his innates, then we're going to talk about his ult, and then we'll talk about his abilities, and then I think we can finish with facets, because some heroes I think you probably do need to talk about facets first, but Ogre's one of those ones where it's like, oh, you can hold that till last, because it doesn't matter really that much. It doesn't change too much about him. So the Ogre innate is just a free ability he has. Level 1. He gets it for free. It's called Dumb Luck. We mentioned this earlier. He has 0 intelligence. Even if he buys intelligence art, he has 0. It's always set to 0. He buys a staff of wizardry. He gets nothing from it.
Nothing.
And so he gets his mana and his mana regen from his strength, and that's just his innate.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's all right. Yeah, whatever. Compared to some of the other heroes, I guess because it was added sooner, it's not as jazzy. But
Yeah.
But kind of fun against Silencer. Cannot steal any of your intelligence.
Cannot
It's
steal
an
your intelligence.
easy counter.
Because he's dumb and he's lucky, so he
Yep.
doesn't need his brain to cast spells. He's got dumb luck. So it makes sense. It makes sense. But yeah, that's the innate of Ogre. And so yeah, I mean, I just go on to his ult basically to start with,
Which is
so
rock fuck. He fucks rock.
he fucks rocks.
Fuck.
So you cast rock fuck on the ground, and Ogre has
He goes into
a window where it pulls up a minigame. It's very similar to the Stardew fishing minigame, weirdly. And you've got to make sure you keep your rhythm at pace with the rock. And if you do this successfully, you double. And there's 2 Ogre Magi's in the game now. And it controls a bit like Meepo. But the thing is, this other one, this new one that spawns, also has the ability to then fuck a rock.
Yeah.
But if you fuck too many rocks, the older ogres die. So
Perfect.
don't cast it too many times, because you'll just lose your items when you die.
I'm
So
down for that. That sounds like a fun. Sorry. Crack on.
So his real ult, that doesn't exist weirdly, the rock fuck, is multicast, which is just a fun ability, a passive ability that you level up for your ult, and it gives you a chance to cast your spells multiple times. And not just spells, but your aggressive items as well.
Oh yeah.
So you have a chance to just do a lot of stuff with your spells. So level 1, you have a 75% chance to get a 2 times multicast. Level 2, you also get a 30% chance to get a 3 times multicast in addition to the other ones. And then level 3, you also gain 15% chance to do a 4 times multicast. It's nuts. So it's just each level
Easy multicasts.
you get an extra percentage to do more different multicasts. So you're basically guaranteed some sort of multicast by the time you max it out, which is fun, which is pretty good.
Especially on, we're not just talking his double. Well, we'll go on about his spells.
It's not just spells, it's items as well.
But
Yeah.
like a Midas, you get like a 4 times multicast on a Midas, Pog.
And you're farming away.
what's it called? What's it called? You know, the item. The zap
A
item.
Dagon.
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 Yeah.
God, you've been away too long. He's forgetting the items.
Oh no. A Dagon. Exactly. A sheep stick. Boom.
Yeah. Fun fact as well, on the multicast, it gives you a little bit extra range.
Ooh.
For the ones that go and multicast other things, it does a little search radius for the multicast. So it won't just always whack it on one guy. It can zap out to other people. So it will search for other people and send out spells and items onto other people with the multicast, but it has a little bit extra range. So maybe if someone's running away, you want to dagon them, you could dagon something near you, and it dagons them as well if they're too far away to actually dagon. If you're feeling lucky, I guess, if you're role-playing the ogre and want to roll the dice or spin the roulette wheel and put half of it on red and half of it on black.
No,
What's
that's
the
the
logic?
stupidest thing ever.
Why?
Well,
That makes sense.
because
You just put half on red and half on black, and then you always win there.
no, because then you have the green, which is the 0.
Right, so you put half on red, half on black, and then one on green.
No. It's never 50-50. It's never truly
You put-
50-50.
So how many numbers?
Put it
are
all
on
on red. Just put it all on red.
All on
Okay.
red all the time.
If you're listening to this podcast while you're at the casino, just put it all on red right now. Come
I'm
on.
sure there's someone. Probably.
Yeah, do
One
it. Just do
person.
it. one person.
All
If
red.
they win, oh my god, could you imagine?
Jesus. Just send me a check.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Ogre. He's a dumb lucky boy with his spells.
He's a dumb lucky boy.
He's a dumb lucky boy, but should we talk about the actual spells of what he has strength to cast with and dumb luck to cast multiple times?
Yeah.
We'll start his Q. Number Q.
Number Q.
His Fire Blast is a stun. It's a point target stun. So Ogre holds he's got a big old club, which is kind of maybe a staff. I guess he's kind of a wizard.
Staff / club
Yeah.
/ fish.
I would say club.
Slice fish.
It's like a fish, though, isn't it?
Is it? Maybe on some cosmetics.
Oh,
it's
only maybe on your cosmetic.
maybe it's a fishy
say.
cosmetic.
It just looks like a fish.
No, do you have the Arcana?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is a fish on the Arcana.
And he shits out eggs.
Anyway, whatever
Yeah.
he's wielding, he'll thrust it towards an enemy. It's a point target stun. As he thrusts his staff, they explode in a fiery blaze. Does a fair chunk of damage, up to 250. And there's a talent which increases that to 490. That's the level 25 talent. It's a lot of damage. And stuns for 1.2 seconds. So not bad just for a point target stun.
Pog.
Not bad at all. But yeah, multicasting. Multicasting, it racks up multiple times on a target, which this is where it gets bonkers, right? This is where it gets absolutely bonkers. So it stacks up damage, you do more damage, you do more stun. So the thing is, it doesn't quite repeat the stun. It doesn't do like the 1.2 second stun and then go, okay, I'm going to stun you again after 1.2 seconds. It kind of rattles back to back. So there's like a window, it'll stun and then wait 0.6 seconds and then send the next stun. So like a 2 times multicast stuns for 1.8 seconds rather than 1.2. 3 times there's another 0.6 on top of that. So it's pretty good. So the 4 times multicast will do a full 3 second stun. And it will also do 1,960 damage
Fudge.
with the 25 talent. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts. For a point target spell, it's a lot of damage if you get lucky. I mean, it's only a 15% chance, right? To get that 4 times. So
Yeah.
It happens, though.
it does happen.
And
It
then the
does happen.
person rages because it's how does this ogre do
How does he always multicast?
over 1,000 damage
Yeah.
with one?
It's crazy.
Well, even a ×3 is still like a 2.5 second, and that's still
Yeah.
over 1,000 damage. Stun.
Yeah.
Like, if that was just an ability, that would still... If that was just like a damage ability, like a Nyx Assassin or something, that would be huge anyway.
Yeah. It's nuts. I think one of my favorite things about this though is his other level 25 talent. So you have the 25 talent that gets it to the big old 490 damage. But the other alternative you can go for, I can see Ali nodding for it already.
Yeah, it's my favorite talent on ogre by far, without any question of a doubt.
Is a 17% chance to cast a fire blast with a right click.
Yeah,
It's so dumb.
carry ogre.
Carry ogre. Moon shards
Carry ogre.
and fucking...
You max out that attack speed and then you're just clubbing,
Slap chop ogre.
trying to get a fire blast.
Slap drop ogre.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. And these fire blasts you cast from the right click, they're free, right?
Yep.
So they don't cost you mana, but also they still have that chance to multicast. So with every right click, I did the maths, every right click you do, you have a 12% chance to do a 2x multicast. This is max level ogre. Every right click gives you a 5% chance to get it 3 times. And
Oh,
a
God.
2% chance to get a 4x multicast with the right click.
And then you're still right-clicking them as the multicast stand as well, right?
Correct.
True. True.
But you say, because the thought of it, when all the stars align and you have the perfect game for it, and you have this right-click ogre, but as good as it sounds, you never, ever see it. Ever see it.
Oh, Dav, you've been away too long.
You have been
never
away
see-
way
You've
too
been
long.
away too
and
long, Dav.
You'll have to wait until later in the podcast.
Ali's been cooking.
I've been cooking.
No
Ali's
way.
been cooking.
Yeah.
Some really
I have
wacky
cooked up
ogre
some
shit,
ogre.
and it's been insane.
Oh, God. All right, then.
It's been so
It's all,
good.
even though I didn't even do this for the research, I just wanted to play it. That's how much it was cooking.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Joe went, "Oh, are you doing research for the podcast?" And I went,
He's like,
"What?
no,
What? I'm just playing.
I
this. It
completely
looks fun."
forgot.
That's great. Oh,
So-
what? Ogre's glory days are here. Oh,
Ogre's
true.
glory days are here. They are.
I've seen other people play, not just Ali. I've played against it as well, and oh my god, ogres going for this talent is insane.
The talent,
It's
it
insane.
is one of my favorite talents because it turns Ogre from potentially just a normal support hero into, oh wait, Ogre could maybe right click, maybe get like some damage items, and then it kind of changes how the game works, which is always nice.
Yeah, and we will dive deep on like item builds later.
Yeah,
but
we'll dive deep on items and
it's good.
ways to play.
It's good.
Number two. Number
Number
W.
two,
W.
two. Number
Or-
W, Ignite.
Hell yes.
So this is basically a homing Molotov cocktail, which you throw at one lad, but then you get a second one for free. And the second one will always go to the closest thing to you that's not already on fire.
I didn't know
although,
that. That's interesting.
so it says a random unit, but it's also not always random. So if the guy you want to ignite is closest to you, you should ignite something further away than the lad that's closest to you, because otherwise you waste getting the random free one. It's really dumb. Ignite is such a weirdly complex spell. I'm not sure I fully got my head around it, so I might say something a bit wrong. I'm sorry if I do, but I think I've got it right so far. But it's really weird, especially when it comes to multicasting.
Does it prioritize heroes?
It
does.
will prioritize heroes on the multicasting, but I think the second free random one, quote random, it says
Okay.
random, but I think the second random one from casting it is always the closest one.
okay.
Okay, I was just thinking if you threw it to the like in the lane, if you're chasing a hero and there's a hero further up the lane, you always throw it on the furthest away one, and hopefully it will latch onto the one closest to.
Yes, I think that's what you meant to do.
Okay, that's
makes
an
sense.
interesting way to play it now.
I've
Yeah.
never done that before, but it makes sense.
I've only just found this out, and I
Never knew that.
may be slightly wrong about hero prioritization, but I was testing this for hours. I felt last week, and now I've kind of partially forgotten, but I think that's right. But yeah, it's basically a Molotov cocktail. It does a slow and it does a damage over time. So it does 50 damage per second, and there's a talent that brings that up to 65 damage per second, and slows up to 29%. And this lasts for 8 seconds. So
Solid spell. Good for
max
mid.
damage with this spell is 520 damage.
The only thing with the spell, though, is in lane. It is annoying if you're carry or trying to get farm, and the ogre just keeps
100%.
pushing the lane out, like putting it on the creeps, putting it on the range creep, and then they deny it.
Yeah, but they don't understand how the random one goes.
No.
Because it's random, but it's not random. Why does it say random? It's annoying. It should just say closest. Silly Valve. Silly Valve.
Silly Valve.
Okay, here's my notes on the multicasting. So multicasting is weird with this, right? So it will go randomly when you multicast. And it will prioritize heroes that are not burning first. So it's not fully random. It will prioritize things that aren't already on fire, which is weird. However, it can multicast on the same unit. Say there's nothing else for it to jump to. It can go on one person and the damage can stack up.
Okay.
So the dot will, count for every stack of ignite on it. So you can do up to, it's close to 2,000 damage if you get a 4 times multicast on a single unit.
Shit, son. Love that.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. The slow stays the same, but the dot increases basically.
Damn.
So yeah, I mean that's ignite. Sorry if I got some of that wrong. You won't notice in your game either way.
You won't know.
Let me know in the comments if it does zone in on other things as well differently to how I explained it. If I got it wrong, let it know, or if it gets updated. Fuck me. That's why I've stopped doing from and to numbers. I'm just saying the max number now because it's too many numbers to keep track of. But
just a lot of damage, or a little bit of damage, or not much damage, or loads of damage.
Yeah, does some damage. Ignite does some damage.
Guaranteed.
But yeah, multicasting with this is weird because it's more likely to spread out in a fight than go on one lad. So the Fire Blast always just on one person, all that damage. But Ignite kind of just spreads out more and does general damage and slowing across the whole fight if there's a lot of lads in it. I'm told you're kind of meant to max Ignite or get a couple more points in Ignite in laning phase over your stun. Is that still true?
For me, I do that.
I think everyone does. Everyone does.
And I think all supports do, if I'm not mistaken. Is the spell to max. Because isn't it more mana?
I think mana per damage efficiency.
Yeah, the mana per damage is
in the lower
technically
levels
better.
I feel like I get normally get 2 points on it and then max stun. I feel that's my normal play.
Yeah, I feel most people don't max the stun.
Well, I think you just want the stun for the stun, right?
Yeah.
But it does so much damage.
Yeah, do you know, it's true that I'm looking at the Fire Blast damage per level, 70, 130, 190, 250. That is huge, but and it's not that much mana either.
Well, that's another thing to let us know. How do you build Ogre with what do you max?
Yeah.
What do you max? You tell us, what do you max?
Say what I don't max though first. Bloodlust. I never max Bloodlust. His third ability, Bloodlust, which is weirdly a toggleable spell, but it's a point target spell. It's a point target buff, basically. You whack on a lad, and they go, oh, so beefy. They get so big and beefy and pumped up. It gives them move speed. It gives them attack speed. It's great. So 13% move speed. It gives them 75 attack speed, which is more than a Hyperstone, but it gives Ogre 100 attack speed. So even more. Even more. Which is crazy. And you get an extra 25 attack speed with a talent as well, I believe.
If someone was crazy enough to play Ogre carry, this would make their life so much easier last hitting.
True.
It would be crazy.
And it increases the model size by 25%. So
Is it 25%?
Which is quite fun.
Boy.
It's just quite fun, isn't it?
Boy.
I think there was a bug as well when Watchers were first added to the game. Where if you bloodlusted the Ancient, all the Watchers on that side of the map moved away from the Ancient because they were tied to the anchor point of the Ancient. So if when the Ancient got bigger, all the Watchers on the map moved.
Classic Valve.
Good old
But yeah,
Valve.
so yeah, you can cast it on buildings as well. So you can cast it on the Ancient for no reason, or you can cast it on towers, which gives the towers a bonus attack speed, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, makes the towers a little bit bigger as well.
Yeah, but that bonus attack speed and that move speed, they're going to be zooming.
Yeah, they'll be zooming.
But this ability right here is why it's hard to play support Ogre badly, because you just put your E on your carry.
And you can just it's a toggle, so you can toggle it on, and it will automatically apply when it's off cooldown to heroes that don't have it,
but only on yourself and to heroes that are around you.
Yeah,
when you toggle it.
Yeah, people nearby. But yeah, and it can multicast as well. So when you cast it once, it can go to other allies nearby. It doesn't like multicast the attack speed or anything. Just multicast.
That would be
how many
cool if
people
it
it goes
did.
on.
Yes.
God, could you imagine if you got amped up with like a 4 times multicast Bloodlust?
Yeah, that would be.
You did 400 attack speed.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Fantastic.
Valve?
Valve, listen.
What's a moon shard?
Moon Shard's 140, I think.
Yeah.
Cool. That would be balanced then.
Wait, am I actually? Did I get that right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if I should be impressed or sad.
I mean, a Hyperstone 60, so don't worry about
But that's
it. Don't worry about it.
120.
140.
It's 140, is it?
Because you get more when you combine 2 Hyperstones. You get an extra.
Fucking yes, get in there.
Okay.
Okay.
Lovely.
Got it.
But yeah, that's his base kit on Ogre. It's pretty straightforward stuff. It's hard to mess up. But he has a couple of other abilities with his Ags and his Ag Shard. So his Shard is a new spell. It's called Fire Shield. This is a new point target buff you can put on your allies and your towers as well.
Fireball, fireball, fireball. That's like an old meme, right? Remember?
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. Sorry. Thanks, Joe.
God, it's like you never LARPed before, Dev. Just maybe you've LARPed too much, so you forgot what the meme was. Maybe that's the issue.
I'm just laugh-aholic.
You've been to too much LARP. But yeah, Fire Shield, you cast it on an ally, gives them a buff that lasts 15 seconds, and it reduces right-click damage you receive by 85%.
That's pretty juicy.
That's fucking
For
awesome.
3 attacks. For only 3 attacks.
Still though,
I'll
that's
take that.
That's really
It's
solid.
fine. It's pretty all right. It's pretty all right. Right-click attacks from enemies, 85%, 3 attacks. And then when the hero hits you, they take 160 damage.
That's
just
pretty
as
good.
a little bit of return. So that's it. You can cast on towers, slow down a push. It does feel bad that it's only 5 attacks. It's like a shit refraction, I guess. Like a TA shit. It's like a shit TA refraction.
Wait,
The
5
buy.
attacks? I thought it was 3 attacks.
Did I say 5? I meant 3.
Okay, cool.
3.
3 attacks. It's like, yeah, it feels bad. I feel I'd like it more if it was for more attacks but less damage reduction, because I feel there's so many heroes now that have such quick attack speed
Yeah.
that this doesn't feel that great. Even reduce the damage it does by a bit. But I
What,
feel
just
just
have
give it more
timed.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe the timed would be a bit too OP, but I feel like only 3 attacks feels like shit, because if you just got any quick attack here, like clicking hero, they don't do much damage per hit, but they attack quick. It's
Yeah.
useless.
Well,
It feels useless.
PA stops you getting 1 tapped.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess,
true.
yeah, it's true.
But if you think of like Lich's Frost Shield, that's so powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel this is such a nothing
And you
ability.
have to buy this.
Yeah, but I'd say this is such a nothing ability for Ogre. I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe it'd be too strong.
Yeah.
Maybe give it a tweak. I don't know, it just feels lame. I don't know.
The Lich is only 60% damage.
Yeah, and
reduction.
that's for a full duration rather than a certain amount of attacks.
Yeah.
So maybe it should be a duration. I don't know. Valve can make it better. Valve, fix Ogre. Give him like the.
They don't need to concentrate on the shard. The shard's not what makes them good. I can tell you that. I've never bought the shard.
Exactly. He needs a good shard.
You don't,
to
you
make
don't
him
need
broken.
it.
No one gives a shit about the shard. I guess
Yeah.
it's the good thing about it not being timed is you can just cast it on your whole team, and you can your whole squad is like pretty much guaranteed to have 3 free hits. That's
It's
kind of
not-
cool.
It stops you getting like 1 tap straight away, which is all right. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I think that's an all right ability. It's like a mini Aeon, essentially.
Like pre-aim.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
For the whole team.
Yeah. It's only 15 seconds that it lasts, so you've got to like
Yeah, not true.
keep it up. It's a
25.
frustrating.
Isn't it?
25
Duration, 25.
Oh god, I've taken half my notes from fucking wikis which are out of date, and then
What am I out
I
of
check
date?
stuff in game. And then are you in game?
No, I'm on wikis and
Don't look at the
and
wikis;
the
they're all out
Dota
of
2
date.
website.
But yeah, I'm always on the Dota 2 website because that's got to
It
be.
says
up to
shield
date, right?
duration 25.
Okay, 25 seconds. I
15
pulled my
second
number.
cooldown.
I pulled mine. Maybe I got that one around the wrong way.
Mate, I will just add.
Still,
Joe and
This-
numbers.
numbers.
This is
Dude,
unrelated.
honestly, I check 3 different websites for my numbers, and I had to cross correlate them because some of them have the information. Some of the Dota websites don't list everything, annoyingly, of how things interact with other things, and then some of the wikis are wrong, and it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
Utter
Anyway.
nightmare.
But yeah, that's his shard. It's no one cares.
No one cares.
But I think what people do care about is the Ags. The Ags are pretty fun. How do you feel about the Ags, Ali?
I've never bought it.
Okay, I love the Ags. I think it's great.
I bought it. I think it's fine when it's late game. Like it's fine. Like
I guess the way Ali's playing, he does not need this at all.
The way which I'll get onto it later, but the way which I play, you don't get the shard, you don't get the Ags, you don't
Maybe I
really
can
get
convert
any
you.
of the normal things which you would get.
Maybe I can convert you, because this Ags is basically a new stun. It's another Fire Blast. But this Fire Blast does the same stun, but the damage is a lot different. So rather than doing 100, whatever it was, what was the damage? 200 and something? And then a talent. This stun does 150 damage, right? Plus 1.5 times Ogre's current strength.
Okay.
So it can do a ton of damage. It can do like 2,000 damage on a 4 times multicast on a max level Ogre. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
That is pretty good.
The downside to this big old beefy stun is it requires 35% of your current mana.
which is pretty weird.
There.
So it's a spell you can always cast, but if you cast it a lot, you're not going to be able to use your other spells. So it's always there, always ready to go, basically, but...
But
okay.
your full mana at the start of a team fight, you got your first Q, which does a load of damage and will stun lock someone. Straight into a second Q, which will do exactly the same thing. You have the potential to lock down their carry for like 5 seconds, 6 seconds at the start of a fight, like for the cost of, just over a third of your mana.
Yeah.
That is pog.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, that's his abilities. But there's facets now in the game, which is the things you select at the start of the game that change how the hero works. And Ogre's got one interesting one and then one weird one. So I think his interesting one is his multicast facet, which gives him even more multicast percentages. So basically this is, for every strength, he gets more multicast chance, essentially. I think I did the math. It kind of works out. Once you're a max level Ogre, just with your base strength gain, you get around an extra 9% chance to do any kind of multicast. Still right?
That's okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's okay.
Buying an item like a Heart of Tarask will get you an extra 2.5% chance to multicast. So it's not nothing.
It's
It
okay.
adds up. I mean, it's free luck.
Yeah, it's free luck.
Free luck.
Look,
True.
It's
Free
free
luck.
luck. So you're probably getting an extra 10%, 20 to 20% by the end of the game to do a multicast. It's basically guaranteed multicast, right?
Yeah.
Guaranteed by the end of the game.
yeah, okay.
You don't sound impressed, Dav.
It's alright. It's fine.
It's fine. You're like, what's 2%? Fuck that shit.
Yeah. What's the other one?
The other one is learning curve. And so Ogre Magi will start the game with no skill points. Level 2, though, he gets 3 skill points. Bam, bam, bam.
Hell yes.
Ali likes this one.
I love this one.
I guess it's okay. It's weird. It's weird. So you start the game, you're useless. You're just a big old ogre with a club. You have no spells. And then level 2 hits, you get 3 points ready to go. So you hit your max level weirdly at 24, kind of, and still you get your stats at the 25. But you get all your abilities just a level sooner.
It's pretty silly, isn't it? But
It's dumb.
It is silly.
Does it feel worthwhile? Ali, you've played it. Does it feel worthwhile?
Yes, I think it's actually the better one. Even though that everything is telling, all the stats, everything says that the other one is 100% better. I think, honestly, it depends. It all depends on how you play Ogre. Because support Ogre, maybe you could argue, not so much. But core Ogre, having essentially level 3 at level 2 is so massive. Because then you just do insane amounts of damage at level 2. At level 2, you are like the strongest hero on the lane. There's nothing the other team can do.
that's true. And really, if you were to have like sometimes you need stun to secure the first blood, or even that W to support to
Go for the early quick kills, yeah.
that damage and slow does make a big difference. So,
It is rather good.
but yeah, I think you can't really argue with that logic.
But an extra like 10% to chance to multicast, dudes.
Yep. That
Uh,
I don't know. I think that's the winner. I'm just saying, I think that's the winner. Especially if you're getting things like Midas. You're getting those levels no problem.
true.
Well, then maybe getting your talents a level sooner does make the difference.
Well, I
don't
guess
know.
just having that earlier power spike means that you just have a better game, right? And it just
Yeah.
the quicker you multicast, the quicker you farm. I guess if you get multicast quicker, you can Midas multicast sooner as well.
true.
Which
Well-
leads to quicker XP and therefore more levels. Who knows?
God,
It's a weird one.
just love to be part of Valve when they were coming
Yeah.
up with all these facets. Like, they're so cool.
I honestly think they just thought what sounds funny and then just
And
went
then
with
did it.
Yeah.
Such a wild, dumb one, that, but I think it's quite funny.
But yeah, I mean, that's Ogre. That's his abilities. That's his facets. That's his innates. So many more things to look at now. It's crazy. But is he played, Alex? Do people play Ogre?
No.
Is it just us? No,
Only
no.
no pro plays Ogre, sadly.
Okay.
He has a very low play rating.
No Ogre mains on the main stage.
There was no
Yeah.
Ogre
Rip.
mains. In the most recent tournament, he was completely unpicked and unbanned.
And unbanned.
Yeah, he just wasn't even in the tournament. Not even picked. So pros aren't really rating him, and they're going for the fat chance facet. But I have been cooking,
Oh, yes.
and the cooking is rather fun on
Hit us
Ogre.
with the recipe, Ali.
So
Hit us with the recipe.
you get the beautiful facet of learning curve, so you are absolutely useless level 1.
Okay.
But that doesn't matter because you're the hard carry. You are
okay.
the carry.
Yeah, of course.
So
you're the hard
don't
carry,
matter.
yes.
Don't
Pause one,
matter.
Why would
yes.
it be anything else? Yeah.
You don't. It doesn't
So
matter.
Magi. He's not
And then, so you get. I don't know if we mentioned, but his entire talent tree gets customized into like they've rewritten all the level numbers for his talents.
because they're all a level earlier.
They're all like scribbled on, like a child had scribbled them on. And it's really cool, really nice detail. But that also means that his level 25, the 17% chance to attack, is a level earlier.
Level 24.
It's level 24. Big XP difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
you grab your early Midas as a hard carry on Ogre, and then you farm your Battle Fury. I'm converted to this build now. Is as soon as you get your Midas, you get your Battle Fury. And because you're Ogre, you are strong in lane. So it's really hard for them to do anything because you're an Ogre. What do they
Okay.
do? They can't really kill you. You've got like 2,000 HP at level 10.
Yeah.
You
You're
got a lot of
impossible
like
to kill.
armor as well, right?
Yeah.
Armor.
You are very hard to kill. And also, with this Battle Fury and Midas, you farm extremely quickly.
Yeah.
And
speed.
so I went BOT's Heart.
Plus your E, Bloodlust. You
Yeah,
bloodlust
Bloodlust.
yourself.
You are running around max move speed. You get a Sanjin Yasha as well. So you get status resist, more movement speed,
Oh my
more
God.
strength. You are permanently haste while clubbing
my
stuff with a
God.
Battle Fury. And then you get an Abyssal Blade. And this is where it comes into its own.
Okay.
You can
Oh my God.
multicast Abyssal Blade.
Oh shit, son! Woo!
can.
Woo!
How does it work with the multicast on Abyssal Blade? Does it all go on one hero, the damage?
No,
or does
it spreads it
stun
out,
multiple?
sadly.
Oh my.
Oh,
I mean, that's kind
But
of cool, though.
on the other hand, it's like a mini Ravage.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Pretty good. But
Dude, because that's BKB piercing, is it?
that
No.
is BKB piercing. But the better thing is that because you have an Abyssal Blade, you can then bash. So now you can perma-bash people
Because you're bashing people, then stunning
with
them
your
on
seven.
the right clicks.
You will have 17% chance to use your to get your stun, but you also have a 25%
Oh
chance
my
to stun the
days.
target with a bash. And of course, you're hitting extremely fast with all this attack speed. So you are pretty much perma stunning, bashing, whatever. You just perma lock down someone and insta-kill them. It's really fun.
So people have been playing Ogre wrong for the past year or so. He's a carry.
Yeah,
he's
literally.
a carry.
But why is what people have only just started doing it?
I've only just started cooking with it, I'll admit.
Yeah, I do feel like the games I've seen you play Ogre, it's like you hit your spike.
And then we win.
Yeah, and then the game's over. It's like no one is prepared for this fucking unit coming out the jungle.
Correct.
And then like, how do we handle this Ogre? And then you just run at them and then the game's done.
Mate, that
It's
level...
so weird. It's such a weird way to play a game where it's like, we're playing around for 40 minutes and then Ali's like, all right, lads, I'm ready. And he comes out like the hardest carry, weirdly, like the hardest carry of like just ending the game as soon as they're online.
We were against a Luna in one of the games who was farming same amount of last hits as me pretty much, farming up a storm, and I got double her net worth of the Luna. Farming. I could outfarm the Luna by double with the Midas Battle Fury, because it just shows you how fast you just snowball because you can clear all the camps everywhere. And Midas, you get 4 times multicast. It's like, all right, I suddenly have a K gold for no reason. Okay, I'll take that. And then it's just absolutely insane. I love carry Ogre.
But the Midas multicast has been there forever. The level 25 talent's been there for ages, for as long as I can remember. So this has always been there, and maybe there's more potential now with hitting 25 a level sooner, which is huge. But it is huge, but still, it's not that huge. This Ogre carry has been there as a recipe, and it's not hidden either. It's obvious. That level 25 talent is like, okay, well, this is the other way of playing it. But I swear
people are scared of what they'll discover if they start playing Ogre Pos 1. They'll think, oh god, is Crystal Maiden now a mid? She is. Crystal Maiden is a mid hero.
Yeah. It's just people need time to cook.
Like Bane mid. Like Bane mid has been a thing for a while.
Like Bane mid.
Typically a support. We let a Bane mid cook for half a year, and now the pros are playing it.
Popping off.
I'm just saying maybe we popularized it on our streams. I'm just saying.
Maybe.
But I would say
maybe.
Bane mid was a lot less obvious than, like, it's always been so obvious. Okay, well, this level 25 just means that. But maybe that level...
people just don't take him seriously. Maybe that's what it is. It's just the characteristic of Ogre. They're like,
I think
he
it's
can't be a carry because he's such a goofy hero.
Yeah.
The timing is too late. I will say that. And I will fully admit the timing is so late.
I guess because in our scrubby games, people still don't know how to end the game, that we can get away with.
Correct.
That's true. Games
last longer, and so in higher MMR it won't work because people don't know how to deal with it. People know how to deal with it because essentially you end the game before Ogre reaches level 24, which, let's face it, that's quite easy to do nowadays. Like, you just run at the Ogre and kill them over and over and over.
But still fun.
But still fun. Super fun.
Super fun.
Great hero. Great hero. Shall we do our fun win rates and matches?
I would love to know, because hearing this is just, it's like watching my son grow up. I love Ogre, play him all the time, really chilling. I would love to know, Ali, your recent win rate with carry Ogre.
Okay, well, that one's actually very easy.
Yeah?
So carry Ogre win rate is 100%. I've played it twice.
Okay,
I've played it twice recently with the new facet. I've only played it twice, but it was 100% win rate. Pretty much exactly the same stats as both times. Just came out absolutely demolished. Easy peasy.
All right. Okay.
So 100% for carry Ogre with the new facet. With that not included, do you want to guess my win rate on Ogre?
No idea. It's probably around 50%.
50?
I guess.
Okay.
I'd say 55%.
Okay. Mine is 44%.
Oh no! How many games?
Oof.
with 36%.
36
with
games?
36 games.
All right.
Not the best, but maybe I'll do a couple more games of karaoke. We'll get that up to 50%.
Okay.
We'll get
Easy.
there. We'll get there.
Joe.
I think let's play higher or lower now.
Yeah, higher or lower for Joe?
Joe higher, and I think it's
Higher
going to be
win rate or games?
higher win rate and games, and I think it's like
I'm thinking higher win rate and games.
Okay. Joe is only 0.2% higher on win rate.
Fuck,
So
dude.
44.6%
jeez.
with 47
Okay.
games.
And now Dav,
Dav,
I think higher. It must be
Higher?
higher.
Yeah.
Dav is 186 matches with a 53% win rate.
53.
He is on it. He's on it.
Ogre champion.
He is the champ of Ogre. And did you reach Ogre in the A to Z?
Yeah, we did. Ogre mid.
Ogre
Oh, God,
mid.
it was
We did Ogre mid.
Ogre mid.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I just insist on playing Ogre mid, but mate, I absolutely battered a OD mid. It was great.
I remember that game. That was a good game.
And now I see Ogre mid as an OD beta.
I will say I have a tremendous respect for you, Dav, doing your A to Z, because recently I have done my A to Z.
Yeah.
I streamed it as well.
Oh, you did?
Streamed it with Double Down only in ranked. So after I hit Divine, my highest ever MMR, I did my A to Z. It was fantastic. I was like, all right, it's time for A to Z. We're going to do it. Double down every game.
Double
do
down
exactly
every
the
game.
same
My
conditions
God.
as you have. So first pick the heroes, all of that. Got to
Yeah.
do exactly the same. And I thought, I went into it. I was like, I'm going to easily catch up to Dav. I'll do it in a week. Easy peasy. I'll make it.
Because you're not doing it just once a week.
No, I'm not doing it
you're
once a
cranking
week. I
that
was
out.
just doing it like if I couldn't get in the stack or something, I would just be solo queuing. We're going A to Z. We're just going to keep pumping out the games.
Yeah.
And
Oh my god, mate. That's amazing. Where did you get to?
so I am currently on B is for Bane mid.
Ah.
And I am currently on a 5 loss streak with the Bane mid.
Oh.
So what's your MMR now? What's your medal?
I started at 4,700 or 800, which was Divine 1. I'm currently at 3.7.
Oh my
I've
god.
dropped
3.7.
1,000 MMR.
Dude, that's Legend 5.
Yep, I have been classed as Legend 5 in some of these games.
Oh.
And it's I dropped over 1,000 MMR doing the A to Z.
That's what the A to Z will do
That's
to you.
so funny.
It-
That's so
I
good.
had so much confidence in my ability to do it at the beginning because it started off with a really juicy win with Abaddon. I was like, and also I will play all the supports in core roles. I'm not doing, I won't run them in like the support way. I'll do it. So AA was mid. I haven't really had any other supports really yet.
It's really funny how the optimism goes so quickly.
Oh, it just drops. It drops
Yeah.
so fast.
So good.
The good old A to Z.
Why? I
dear.
look forward to keeping up with that.
Yeah, Ogre. We'll get back to Ogre now.
What are we saying then? Are we
Overlap?
matching with Ogre?
Do we match? Yes.
Yes.
I think we're all yes
Always.
with this.
Oh yeah.
It's a triple match with Ogre. We love Ogre.
Super like
Yeah.
to my big ogre boy. And if you've made it this far through the episode, then props to you. You know, give yourself a pat on the back, and
Yeah.
do you know what? Treat yourself. Go tomorrow. Go and get a coffee from your favorite coffee place, and think I've earned this.
And start your A to Z.
From listening to a podcast, I've earned this.
I've earned this. Think about it. Do you know what? Good job. Smashed it.
I enjoyed that hour or so of Dota chat from 3 idiots. I've earned myself a little treat. Oh dear. Well, we will catch you next time.
See you next time.
Peace out. See you later.
Bye.